The idea came up like many other ideas that come up on Monk, which is that somebody says, hey, what happens if Monk gets stuck on a submarine? And we put it on the board on cards, and then at some point in time, somebody says, hey, why don't we talk about that story and see what we can come up with? And that's what we did. We came up with a story, Monk gets stuck on a submarine. When I first heard it, it made me laugh, the idea that Monk gets stuck on a submarine. And I have found personally, as a fan of the show, that when I laugh at the idea, it's usually a fun episode. And it was great. We had a lot of fun shooting it. Well, it was difficult to, in the sense that we didn't really know who he was. And it's always difficult when you don't have an established character to try and write for it, because you may think one thing, somebody else may think something else, and there needs to be a continuity. But Hector's terrific, and we could have written anything, and Hector would do a great job at it. But it is difficult, and Stanley was terrific, but Hector is terrific also. My favorite scene in the show is when we show Monk talking about being on the submarine and that he couldn't have done it if Dr. Bell wasn't there. And then we reveal that Dr. Bell is there. And then Dr. Bell tells this fantastic story about knowing that Monk was in trouble and diving onto the boat just as it was going underwater. And then we reveal that, in fact, Dr. Bell is a figment of Monk's imagination. I mean, Hector was great in all those scenes, and they were really fun to shoot. Natalie had some, scenes with Casper Van Dien, who played Lieutenant Albright, and I thought it was great to give her a relationship, any kind of relationship, because we haven't really played that too much since her husband died. And, she was game. Casper was great. But Traylor is up for anything, and she did She kept asking for more takes. I'm not sure what that meant, but she didn't. Natalie does not share any of Monk's bad habits. Natalie is the most normal person in the show, and she is the one that keeps us grounded in reality when Disher or Stottlemeyer or Monk go off. She is the most normal, which is frightening, but she is the most normal. And she's great and terrific, as is everybody else in the cast. They're all fun to write for in different ways.